UCLA researchers wanted to see what the ramifications would be if you tell young girls under the age of 10 that they're fat, if you are fat shaming them. And through their research, they found that those girls are actually much more likely to become obese later in life. So let me give you the actual results of this study. The researchers focused on 10-year-old girls who were called fat by people close to them and found they were more likely to be at an unhealthy body weight by age 19 compared to other girls who were never shamed about their weight in this way. I think that this study is really fascinating because, I mean, I can relate to it big time because when I was about 4 years old, my dance instructor told me that I was overweight. And as a 4? Yes, and that stayed with me for the rest of my life. Now, I don't fit the results of the study. I'm not at an unhealthy body weight. At least I don't think I am. But you know, it does scar you, and you have issues with food and eating for the rest of your life. As a young kid, you don't process information like that appropriately.
No, when people say things to you as a child, when they define you, you know, they don't say, hey, I don't like it when you do that. They say, you're a bad kid for doing that. You know, that kind of information, especially from a parent or a family member or somebody who's important to that child, that can have lifelong ramifications. I'm just appalled that that instructor said that to a 4-year-old.
So
or a 5-year-old or a 12-year-old. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't say it.
Don't call them fat. Yeah, definitely.
You were pretty chubby though as a kid, right?
I was chubby. I was chubby as a kid.
It doesn't matter.
My mom stopped baking cakes. It was a disaster.
Are you kidding?
Now I know why you always bring cookies over. You always bring cookies.
Now, see, lifelong ramifications. You know, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. You know, children are bombarded. They're bombarded even more than we were. You know, even more than you were when you know, just in the last 10 years, the bombardment of cultural images that are saying, you know, and it's specifically about girls. You know, you don't really see as much for little boys. You know, for obesity. You know, we do hear about the obesity epidemic, but you know, little girls are bombarded from day one with imagery about their weight and how they look. That's their value. You know, oh, you look pretty today. Not, oh, look how good you did on that test. You know, it's all about how they look. And I think that this is a really huge, long-term cultural impact that we have to really pay attention to because it's fucking up our girls.
So what the researchers did find was the young girls who were fat shamed were more likely to resort to emotional eating. Right. So that's the reason why they were more likely to be.
So they did find a causation along with that correlation.
Yes.
So that's good to know. I mean, I understand what you're saying. You know, it's that there is going to be a component that goes with that of you know, how are these girls being raised? You know, what are their parents feeding them? What kind of access do they have to exercise, to, you know, getting outdoors to play, to good healthy food choices? You know, that there is an issue that also should be dealt with. You know, in a cultural way, though, I think that this brings up a lot of really dangerous questions.
But they talked about what it's important that you should not emphasize body image, but you should emphasize nutritional eating, and that's a better way to get at it. Yeah, but you know, we were talking about this at lunch. A lot of times when people become vegetarians, they actually eat less healthy in a sense because they're just carb loading all the time, right? So we got to watch that. That's another show, I'm sure.
You have to know what you're doing when it comes to being a vegan or a vegetarian. You actually have to make sure that you're getting the appropriate nutritional content, you know, because there are issues with amino acids and all this other stuff that you have to figure out how to replace, and there is a way to do it. Obviously, it's been done for centuries in certain countries, but you do have to be careful and know what you're doing.
Can we also not gloss over the fact of what kind of parents put their children in a study where a stranger is going to tell them that they're fat?
No, I think.
Am I missing something here? I am missing. Please correct me.
People close to them have already called them fat. So it's family members and friends.
Even that, I got that. I was paraphrasing a little bit, but like that even seems odd to me. Like we're going to find people who this is specifically happening to, and then we're going to research them further. Well, something just doesn't add up to me.
Well, like with Anna's story, that it was traumatic, right? When she was 4 years old, they called her fat. She remembers it. So I think when they did the survey, do you remember being called fat shamed as a child? And so that's how they got to this conclusion. So people would say, yes, I was, and other people, I wasn't. So I know I wasn't.
So it wasn't the parents putting the kids
necessarily.
through this.
Right? No, it wasn't that. Yeah, I thought the same thing for a second.
Okay, well, I feel a little better about this.
I thought that too. I was like, what are they doing? Are they bringing these girls in and saying, hey, you're ugly and you're fat, and then saying, hey, let's see what happens?
They send the kid to a room. Some guy goes, you're fat, and they go, how do you feel?
No, I don't think so. That's not how they did it.